So I'm looking at all of 2026 going, okay, I'm going to take these holidays, I'm going to stack on a PTO day here, and I'm blocking this now as a trip. And then I'm going to use the skills I've already been given by JGOOT, what we teach in the book, like we teach in those first 19 pages, to go where the deals are for that weekend and create memories with my family.
Julie, maybe you can kind of give us a little bit of introduction on you before we get into the topic.
Yeah, hi, I'm Julie. I'm the Director of Operations for Just Get Out of Town. I also coach in the family membership and in the JGOOT Cruises memberships. So this is a topic that I'm incredibly passionate about because it's the one that I most frequently hear as an objection to travel is work and school schedules. Like, I would love to, but the kids are in sports. I would love to, but my husband's work schedule, but. And so people keep pushing off their travel till next year or till later down the road. Or you end up being like me, where we used to only travel like once a year because of our work and school schedules. So today we're going to be talking about how to actually be more strategic with your travel planning so that you can get to go on more of the trips that you're wanting to go on. I do figure that most of us, if you're just looking at your week ahead right now, you're probably dealing with work, school, maybe sports schedules, or a little bit of all of that, other extracurriculars mixed in there that could be affecting your ability to travel. And that's most of us, right? So between all of those things, travel starts to feel impossible, or it feels like we always feel like we need a break, but we're building up to that like one big trip a year. Like when we say we need a vacation, I feel like the standard is that one big vacation a year for the average American family or American household. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And so what I want to know is if you could add months worth of adventures to your year without skipping school or without having to add more paid time off, would you want to travel more if you could do that? If you could squeeze it into your schedule and it didn't cost you anything extra, you weren't having to add tons of excess spend, yes or no? You want to travel more? Say yes.
Yeah, let's look for those.
So the truth is that you don't actually need more time off. You just need to see your time differently, and you need a strategy. And at JGOOT, we are all about the strategies here, right? Like we strategize with the right cards. We strategize with teaching you how to earn more points. We strategize with teaching you how to find the right award flights. We strategize with teaching you how to travel plan so that you can actually have the time to take these trips to begin with. My biggest passion is to help people not let their lives just pass them by. I want you to experience your life. I want you to be out there making memories with the people that you care about and doing the things that you love, because you never do know when you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So
if I can throw in a plug here for you, Julie, this is like conversations that we have behind the scenes here at JGOOT. This is one of the things that Julie and I have talked about a whole bunch of times. This is about so much more than just travel. Travel's great, and I don't want to diminish that. We're all here because we love to travel, or we want to travel more and better and all of it. But a lot of it is about the people that we get to do it with, the memories that we make along the way. And I think that's a big part of what makes it worth learning these strategies and putting in the time and practice to do this. Is that right?
Absolutely. So before JGOOT, like I said, I felt like it was pretty impossible budget-wise, and then also I have two kids in public school. We don't do any special schools here. They're in public school, and my husband is active duty military with a very strict work schedule as well. So with that, I just felt like there was no way we could travel like some of these other JGOOTers I had seen who are out there, traveling the world and going on trips every month. I'm like, I just don't see us being able to do that. But now we didn't have to find any extra time in the calendar, because the truth is you can't just like make time. Like that's the one resource that it's very steadily, you are only going to have a certain amount of days in the year and a certain amount of hours in the day. That's just how it works. So we just had to be smarter with the time that we already had. The calendar is not your enemy. This is actually your travel map. So for the hidden calendar trick, like I was saying, every family has travel windows. So I want you to start thinking in terms of long weekends, teacher work days, the seasonal breaks, transitional time periods, because once you spot that starts to change everything in terms of your actual travel strategy. So you're going to start with looking at your work calendar and start looking at these longer weekends that are going to start adding up that already match up with your work schedule. You stack those with weekends, holidays, half days, or like 1 or 2 of your paid time off days. And that can start to unlock longer periods of travel. So instead of just 2 days, it could end up being a 3-day weekend that you already have that you stretch into 4 or 5 days. Maybe that connects to another holiday or another teacher work day or something like that, and you can make it expand. You need to also consider that maybe it's not your traditional work week. Like maybe it's not Sunday to Sunday. It might end up adding on either side of a weekend, so it looks more like a Wednesday to a Wednesday. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for permission to live your life and start designing it. Having more intentionality with your travel planning so that you can actually create this time for yourself. So for those people that are like, we can't be flexible with our dates. I hear this one all the time, like, because my kids are in school, I don't want to take them out of school. We only have like Thanksgiving and Christmas and spring break, and these are all peak season. This to me is another myth because different places have different peak seasons. If you're trying to go to like a specific beach for spring break, yes, that might be peak season for that area. But if you're not flexible in some area, then you're probably going to end up paying those super high rates and you're not getting a deal because you're not traveling the JGOOT way. You're not going where the deals are. If your dates are set and you're inflexible with your dates, you can be flexible elsewhere. For instance, you can be flexible with your destination. We teach in the book, we literally give you the websites and the screenshots, and we show you exactly how to do this in the book on how to use tools like Kayak and Google to be able to go where the deals are. And that's the way that you're going to be able to find good deals for your dates. Now, I'm a cruiser, and everybody knows it. So I'll just own that a lot of times I'm finding cruise deals that then lock me in for both dates and destination. But you still can be flexible because you can be flexible with positioning. Like for instance, if I'm going to take a cruise out of Fort Lauderdale, if I was flying in, like when I lived in Colorado, I could fly in to Miami, I could fly into Fort Lauderdale, I could fly into Orlando and take the Bright Line down because there's a train that connects Orlando down to Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So there are other airports that you can position to bring you closer to that. And that is still a way that you can be flexible, as well as opening up your dates even just a little bit. So your travel blueprint, I want you to actually do this exercise, to take a screenshot of this, write a couple notes down, but this is how you're going to do this. You're going to start with those non-negotiables, work, school, whatever commitments that you have, things that you absolutely cannot miss. Plot that out on a calendar. The way I did this easily is I just took my husband's list of work days and then I took my kids' school schedule. I just printed both of those out and I kind of highlighted the ones that were the same. Plot that out on a calendar or on a list somewhere. Layer them together so that you can reveal those natural travel windows. You're going to see that they have some of the same holidays off or some of the same weekends that you can use those. And then you're going, after you've allotted the time, because that's the strategy, you're going to start with finding those windows. You're going to mark those on your calendar. This is now trip time. This is trip time over here. Okay. So like once you've found those windows, lock it off for 2026. And now that's your trip window. Okay. And that is the strategy. It's blocked. It is now covered with memories. Like that's all it's going to be is life experience with people you care about. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your JGOOT skill set to go where the deals are all year long. This is my family trips. So 6 times Disney with my family, Scottsdale and Page, Arizona. We did like Antelope Canyon, Grand Canyon. It's telling you guys, I went more. Okay. So we did like Grand Canyon, Antelope Canyon, Zion, etc. We did that for spring break. We went to Clearwater, like I showed you on the first slide. We went to Hollywood, California. I showed you we did like the Friends set at Warner Brothers Studios. We did some other stuff in the area out there. We did Japan. We went to Osaka and Tokyo, Taipei, Taiwan. We went to Hong Kong, London. And then we have coming up, we have a trip to Miami. We're going to be going to Germany and the Netherlands and Belgium. This is without having to exceed paid time off. And this is just with our travel planning strategy. Okay, so this is what I promised you. I said I was coming, here it is. So if you were to take 11 days of paid time off and add it to these holiday weekends, because these are typically the ones people get off. That's why I want you to go look at your schedule and work with what days you have available to be able to like convert this. You're going to look at the days that you already have off. These are holidays that a lot of people do get for free. And those weekends then become 3-day weekends automatically. So if you were to add 1 day of paid time off to your New Year's 3-day weekend, or to Martin Luther King and President's Day, for example, are on Mondays. If you were to add either the Friday before or the Tuesday after, that automatically becomes a 4-day weekend. There's a trip time.